Just like Shehu Sani said, how they were locked up, how they were detained. Can he say under this democracy, any Nigerian has found himself in another state? That's a progress. You see, we should not every time give the impression as if we have not made any progress as a country. You have said here about infrastructure, FCT. You have said here FCT. Who is FCT minister working on? Who? Mr. President, which means he has the capacity to do those who can help him move the country forward. That is progress. Mr. President knows that there is a problem. And that's why he said, he need hope agenda. Why did he say he need hope agenda? He knows that Nigerians have lost hope. And therefore, that they must work hard to bring back that hope to Nigeria. So it is not as if, Mr. President, don't sit down, let people not deceive you that Nigerians are suffering. Who does not know that Nigerians are suffering? That is going to be a story. And we should not deceive, we should distinguish between theory and real practice. You know, we like to come to the public and begin to compare what Nigerians like. We like to clap hands. Mr. President has been making a lot of efforts, and you know where we are coming from. We don't expect, within a short time, economy that was down, everything was this country was broken, and then you expect, within a short time, everything will be corrected. That is not correct. Thank you for saying that we are turning Abuja, which means if Abuja can be well, it means other things will be well. Yes. So I thought I should contribute this and to say my brother friend, and that the mere fact that you were activists does not mean that you will do well. No. That is not aligned to the curriculum. No. Activists have always failed. Activists have failed. We have seen activists that were given appointment and yet they failed. When you were Senate, how did we perform? What was our performance as senators? And you have said about rigging elections as an activist, how many times have you rejected brief? Those who have rigged the election, you have not defended them. Thank you, my brothers.
Come out riding a bicycle. That's not what but there's a way you empathize and sympathize with the people when they are hungry. You show that you know they are hungry. We shouldn't go about buying more aircraft, more vehicles. I mean, in a country that is already bleeding, already asphyxiating economically. So I say we should cut all those on, and the role of women, as I go here from here, must be emphasized. The 62 women in 2019 in government has now thinned down to just 21 women, 8 in the Senate and 13 in the House of Representatives, which represent 4.48% of 360 House of Rep members and 109 senators. That is not good enough at all. Neither does it meet Goal 5 of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, nor does it meet the 35% which we have agreed on as a country to be elected positions. So we need also to mobilize the youth so that their energy is well utilized instead of allowing them to go for NSAS. And guess what? I will soon round up. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And guess what? Nigeria has the largest population of youth in the world. Can you get that? Nigeria has the largest population of youths in the world. Do you know what? 70% of Nigerian youths are under 30. 70% of the Nigerian population are youth under 30. And 42% are youth that are under 15. So Nigeria is one of the most youthful countries in the world, which is a big plus that we should utilize. I think we can clap for Nigeria. So, Mr. President, sir, let me give you one advice as I see that. We were in the trenches together. You operated with Nadeko. You saw the suffering that we went through. Some of us here, we were under civil society. Aremu, my good brother and friend there, he and Adanso Shomole were with Labour. So all of us were synchronizing together to fight off the military. So, Mr. President, having witnessed it firsthand, what we went through and why we fought, you have an opportunity to write your name in gold. As great leaders did, it is in times of crisis that you know great leaders. While we call for support for you, we must say that you have to definitely lead by example, by empathizing with the people you lead, so that you can come out as a true leader. People like Mohandas Gandhi, people like Winston Churchill, people like George Washington, people like Nelson Mandela, people like Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Martin Luther King Jr., Cleopatra, Abraham Lincoln. You can do it. It's not impossible. So that when you are leaving the stage, Nigerians will say, yes, he was here, he came, he saw, and he conquered. Winnie, we see. God bless Nigeria. Thank you all.
From the south should be sent to northern prison. That is how I found myself in Port Harcourt prison, which I've never even been to Port Harcourt at that time. So straight to Port Harcourt prison. I was in Port Harcourt prison when Kensaro was brought in and hanged. I can see them from the window. While I was in Port Harcourt prison, I wrote a letter to Nigerians. It was published. I was then removed from Port Harcourt prison, taken to Aba prison in Abia State. Kirikiri, Port Harcourt, Aba, Abia State. We stayed there until we had the news Abacha died and freedom came. After 4 years in prison. When we came out from prison, this is where my story is going to begin. Abdul Salam Abubakar invited all of us who fought for democracy that I am going to hand over power to a democratically elected government, and I want all of you, the freedom fighters, to come together and take over power. At that very time, Gani opposed it. 3 times he was inviting us, we even refused to answer his call. And he invited the politicians. He didn't even invite them, they were knocking at his door. After we decided to listen to him, we came and sat down. What do? We are just coming out of it. That is what the ANC in South Africa did. After the struggle, they took over political power. But after our struggle in 99, 98, 99, we made a fundamental mistake and said we are not going to cooperate with the military. Michael Ozekhome is sitting here, is one of those who oppose that we should not join. Gani opposed, Falana opposed, Olisa Obakova, all opposed. It was Tinubu who said, if we don't get in, who is going to be there?
Sorry, distinguished, they are shutting down the camera. So.
Yes. Yeah. Then, by the time we all agreed to join the politics, politicians have taken over all positions. Michael Ozekhome tried to be governor of Edo State, he couldn't. Olisa tried to be president, he couldn't. Gani tried to be president, he couldn't. Falana tried to be governor of the state, he couldn't. I tried to be governor of Kaduna State. I couldn't because the space were all taken over.
Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
the rest of the story will be for another day.
Another day.
Happy democracy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.